Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Amateur League Weekly Tournament, number 145, and this, what overlay? I don't know about overlay. Anyways, it's probably my overlay. Anyways, it's round one matchup, like once again, mirror matchup once again. It's a Protoss once again versus Protoss once again. This might be as well finals because Bobson did play with CodeineUser, I believe, in previous finals, right? Anyways, what you are looking at right now is round one matchup, best of 3 between PrettyFly, which is playing Protoss in the pink colors over here, and he's playing against CodeineUser, also known as Just Xu, in the green colors here, playing Protoss on the right bottom corner. They start with the 10,000 feet. They did not reveal what kind of maps they did veto, but it's okay. I respect that, whatever the thing. It's Protoss versus Protoss after all. They are doing their own magic things. Don't ask me how and why and when and anything. Anyways, they are opening quite the mirror here. Their probes did high five. Oh, we have the Amateur League Tournament logo over here nicely, and the Void, which is our community, which is supporting that, and these tournaments and everything in there. And yeah, looks like the guys are doing perfectly exactly the same thing, except the fact that I don't see where is the second pylon over here. That's pylon number 1. There is pylon number 2. It's a proxy pylon from CodeineUser. Okay, but that's behind the mineral wall. What is the plan here, mister? Well, PrettyFly is going for the second pylon behind his mineral lanes. He researched the warp gate. He goes for double adept. Meanwhile, CodeineUser is actually going for double stalker, warp gate, and PrettyFly is blocking his top of the ramp from exiting out of the base. But the stalkers are out. They are revealing themselves and they are shutting this down. It gets cancelled. PrettyFly is hiding his probe here to check, but he also has found the proxy robotics facility of CodeineUser. Where are the adepts? The adepts are here. They are shading towards the economy of CodeineUser, which is trying to block, and he successfully blocks it with a pylon. But the adepts, a little bit hurt, but they are still here. They are getting recalled to the home base. The probe still is working on the pylon, but now there are stalkers out from PrettyFly, and they are gonna face the stalkers of CodeineUser. Well, technically, yeah, CodeineUser is falling back. Well, I believe he was one who shot first, so he has his advantage. CodeineUser actually is chrono boosting out of Warp Prism, which is quite an interesting choice, but that gives you macro possibilities. 4 stalkers are better than 2 stalkers. If they manage to shut down the stalkers, there comes the micro possibility of getting the healthy stalkers or unhealthy stalkers into the warp prism. And meanwhile, PrettyFly is building third gateway. He is chrono boosting out the Immortal from robotics facility. CodeineUser is already landing in his main base, getting some stalkers in and preparing for some micro. Why CodeineUser exactly is focusing down the Nexus? No idea. Now finally he's not doing that. He lost quite a bit of stalkers. Only 3 probes are lost. Only 3 probes are lost for PrettyFly, and that's a little bit of advantage for CodeineUser, but not that big, I would say. There are some more stalkers being warped in here for defense, and Immortal joining in to be chrono boosted out. The adepts for PrettyFly is once again on their way. Those are the same adepts that did successfully get 1 probe kill, I think. Yeah, and they got, I believe, also the stalker kills, funny enough. And they are going in. 3 sentries are warped in, so some resupplies could be shut down. The Stalker is patrolling, but there comes the shades of Double Adepts. Actually, PrettyFly is building that pylon here with his probe as a proxy. The mineral line for CodeineUser is unprotected, and that's probes gone. 4 probes gone. 5 probes gone. That's a little bit. Meanwhile, CodeineUser is attacking with his own Warp Prism, which he loses to the Stalkers, and he's marching inside the main base, which is a little bit force-fielded right now. It looks like CodeineUser tried to shut down the production, but there is one more pylon which needs to be focused, and the force fields are still dropped on the top of the ramp, so these units are not able to march in and help this attacking unit. But Warp Prism for PrettyFly is already out, and the GG is called. Was it a GG? I don't know. And PrettyFly takes game number 1. Welcome back to the matchup between these two, to the round 1 of Amateur League's tournament week 145, where these two Protosses are facing each other. So you are looking at the main base of green color Protoss CodeineUser, playing here on Ruby Rock on the right bottom corner, and he is facing I think he has not played against PrettyFly, but he's facing PrettyFly, who is playing the pink color Protoss here on the top left corner against CodeineUser. So I think CodeineUser might not have played against PrettyFly in the tournaments. I think PrettyFly has won like 1 or 2 at the start. No, he won one, I think 1, and then he was like 2nd place for some reason, and then he has not played in the weeklies, but he's back, and yeah, pretty much if he wins this tournament, the PrettyFly that is, he actually might end up in the major tournament, which is at the end of the season 1. And if he wins that one, then he takes the takes the dub and then takes place in the yearly one, and yep, that's another tournament for him for the invitations only. So that's whole other story, which I told about on the, I believe, in one of the previous recordings or one of the previous casts, and also on stream live. So if you have any questions obviously about Amateur League tournament and how the things are working, then you obviously can just ask me the question and I will try to answer as soon as possible. Anyways, back to the game. PrettyFly once again is opening double adept. He's going for warp gates. Meanwhile, CodeineUser has put a pylon on the natural. He opens one gate, and Cybernetics Codeine will go for the natural nexus, but that's only after second pylon is up here, and his tech of choice is going to be Stargate. Alright, PrettyFly has his probe, once again he hiding in the third base position, just to do some patrolling movements and see what's up with the situation. Meanwhile, he's going for double Stalkers. He's doing the third pylon on bottom ground. He might expand to the natural himself. Actually, he's dropping down the shield batteries too. The shades of adepts are here. Well, technically there is not impossible to wall this off, but technically it's not gonna be walled off. The Stalker is out, the Zealot is out, but the adepts are in. They are seeing the tech buildings and they are starting to work on the probes for CodeineUser, which there is quite a bit of them going down. The probes are going to attack move. Nice micro there, but that's 6 probes gone the drain, and there are 2 more Stalkers joining in. Oh, there one adept did shade out, but it will be chased down by the Oracle, which is almost losing his shield for the Stalkers over here. The warp gates are close to finishing for CodeineUser. And was it another? What did the adept shade him and killed another probe? Maybe. Anyways, the Stalkers are now being chased away by CodeineUser. He's going to lose the Oracle, that's for sure. and he doesn't successfully kill anything much. There's the pylon for PrettyFly right now in the proxy position. Meanwhile, he's making another shield battery, and he has made Oracle himself. He's actually making Void Rays on the back of this, which means that he also went for the Stargate, obviously, and he will make Void Rays on the back of Oracle. What will come of this pylon, interesting enough? Well, the worker-wise, PrettyFly is quite in front, and I don't think there is anything defending this mineral line from this Oracle right now, except that CodeineUser actually has Void Ray of his own, and he has a couple of Stalkers. There comes the Oracle, and GG's call. PrettyFly takes game 2, and that means he wins the matchup and goes against me.